In this video, we're going to talk emotions and the 5 elements. And I'm going to talk about how holding on to particular emotions can affect the energy in your body. Sit tight. Welcome back to another video. My name is Jen Palco. Today we're going to talk about emotions related to the 5 elements, but also related to energy in your body. So if you're not familiar with the term qi, if you know anything about acupuncture, traditional Chinese medicine, you've probably heard the term qi. People spell it either qi or chi. They're used interchangeably often. But basically, qi is your body's life force. It's the energy that's flowing through all of us. So if you're familiar with, like I said, acupuncture, you may have heard of acupuncture meridians, where the qi flows through those meridians, through all the organ systems of your body, pretty much making your body function. So when you have a blockage somewhere in the qi, energy of your body, this creates manifestation of disease, either physical, emotional, whatever it is. So we're going to talk emotions today and how actually holding on to a particular emotion affects the qi, or energy. I'm going to use them in the terms qi and energy interchangeably in this video. How it affects your body and how you can actually feel it in your body, and almost like the manifestation of physical symptoms or emotional symptoms. So if you're not familiar with the 5 elements, they are water, wood, fire, earth, metal. These are the Chinese 5 elements. There are a lot of 5 elements with, Buddhism, Hinduism, all kinds of stuff. But I'm talking primarily about the Chinese 5 elements. And each element has a particular emotion associated with it. So you'll see here, water is fear, wood is anger, fire is excitement, earth is worry, and metal is grief and sadness. So what does that exactly mean? So you can tell actually which element may be strong for you based on what emotion you're sitting in often. And actually, having, say you're strong in water, or you're a water person. If you've seen some of my other videos on the 5 elements, I talk about kind of your constitutional element, or you have 1 or 2 that are your primary since birth, or that are strong for you. We have all the elements within us, it's just 1 or 2 are kind of our dominant, stronger elements. So what that means related to emotions is that you can do this emotion really well. So you can express it easily, you can feel it easily, but you can also manage it easily. If your element is in balance. Out of balance, you'll find that if you're expressing, say, anger, for example, you don't know how to manage it well, or you fly off the handle, or you start crying when people around you are angry. So that is an indicator that maybe this element is on the deficient side, excess side, not very strong, or it's just out of whack. And you need to find ways to balance it, whether through something like acupuncture, energy medicine, looking at your lifestyle, your diet, seeing if you're doing things that are actually in tune to you and not the fantasy version of you. So that's what I'm talking about here. So from the aspect of energy and qi, when I talk about you can actually feel it in your body and the manifestation of it. For example, water. If you have strong water, folks who have strong water, they can usually feel fear. Wow, that's hard to say. Feel fear easily, but they can also manage it easily. So if it's out of balance, you may feel the fear and not manage it well. Okay, like what I just said. So in the case of qi, fear has this descending quality to it. So it almost goes back and down in your body. So when you feel fear, think about when you're scared of something. How does that feel in your body? It feels almost like this deep layer, this deep thing. And that makes sense because water is kind of the deepest element. It's the most yin, it's the most reclusive or introspective, I guess you could say. So it has this back and down quality in your body. And that's why if you're sitting in states of fear, you can often become chronically fatigued, exhausted. It has this very draining, depleting effect on the body. Wood, anger. We all know what it feels like to be angry. Anger, you've probably felt it rise up in your body. Think of when you are driving in traffic, somebody cuts you off, didn't use a blinker. Oh, that is the chi, right? You feel it rising up, but then it also has this constricting feeling to it. So it rises up and then it kind of tightens. So think of when you're angry, you have tight muscles. Some people who maybe repress their anger or they don't express it or manage it well can get headaches, migraines. It's almost like the pressure cooker. So the pressure cooker, you can either gradually, you can manage it well by letting the steam out, or you can let it build up and build up and build up. In the case of somebody who maybe has more tired wood, they can't express their anger, so it's always like inside, just kind of bubbling up, waiting to break out. They can't manage it well. Or somebody who just blows the lid off, right? Pressure cooker. So that's kind of the example of anger, how it feels in your body. So if you're sitting in states of anger, obviously it can be very taxing because it's just tight, tight, tight. It's like you become a rubber band and you eventually snap. Fire, excitement. Everybody's like, oh, it's good to be excited. But the quality of chi with fire is it scatters. It scatters and can become chaotic. So this can lead down a road of feeling ungrounded, anxiety in your body. So think of maybe a morning, you're having a bad morning, and you feel like super scattered, and you feel really ungrounded, right? You can't find your keys, you keep messing things up, I don't know, you got toothpaste on your shirt, all kinds of stuff. You feel like frantic in a way. So this is how the chi for this one feels. Okay, excitement. Excitement feels good, but too much excitement, it can scatter you. Anxiety, like I said, heart palpitations. That's the road that this may go down. Earth, worry. So worry has, when we're talking about energy and chi, it has this stagnant effect. It stagnates in the body, and you can actually feel it because when you're in states of worry and you're sitting in states of worry and overthinking, you feel like you can't move, you can't digest your thoughts. So earth is associated with stomach and spleen, a lot to do with digestion here. So if you're sitting in states of worry and you're feeling that in your body, this stagnant, sometimes it affects your digestion. Okay, if you're more earthy type person, or maybe it's out of balance for you, constipation, or maybe you have loose stools because you're worrying so much, right? Has this effect where you feel like almost stuck, where you can't move. And then metal, grief and sadness. And metal has to do with the lungs and the large intestine, has to do with the immune system. So think about if you're sitting in, I don't know if you've ever spent time, say you're crying really hard for like a long time. Did you ever get sick afterwards? Or you felt like it depleted your immune system a little bit? So metal, grief and sadness on chi, it has this draining effect, or exhausting effect rather, and it can exhaust the body. So think of if you've ever gone to a funeral or wake, I'm sure you have, how exhausting that is, not just because of the logistics, but also because of the emotional toll it's having on your body. So that can definitely have an effect on your immune system. And sitting in this for too long can really tax the body. And you'll find you just become completely exhausted, wiped out, don't want to do anything. Can lead to round roads of depression, right? What is one of the biggest signs of depression is fatigue, right? Really tired. Can't will myself to do anything. So I just wanted to just make you a little aware of, when you're feeling an emotion, what I was always taught by mentors of mine, and it's really a great rule of thumb, is we all feel emotions, right? But it's feel what you need to feel when you need to feel it, then let it go. If you're finding that, and this is why I'm doing this video, just ask yourself the question, am I sitting in one of these emotions right now, just kind of wallowing in it? Or am I allowing myself to let go when I need to let go? And am I allowing myself to actually express that emotion? Am I repressing anything? Or am I just sitting in states of anger and I'm always blowing up at people and this and that, and I never find ways to manage it? Well, that's a good indicator that maybe your wood needs a little TLC, right? Or maybe your wood, you are a strong wood person and it needs a little TLC, or, that kind of thing. So all the elements play a part in our lives, and when it comes to emotions, it's really important to feel an emotion, to really be in tune to our bodies and what we're feeling, and let it go. Work on certain things in our lives. For example, if you have anger problems, work on maybe forgiveness and compassion, because kindness pacifies anger in the body. That's what I was always taught. So it's about, transcending some of these emotions, feeling them, but not sitting in them, because that's going to give you a clue of what needs a little love for you. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. I hope it was eye-opening for you in a certain sort of way. Let me know if you have any comments below. Love to hear from you. And other than that, have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.